It's time to finally get down to business with M&M Almond. Today on Walking the Candy Aisle. Hey guys, I am Jeff, and today on the Candy Aisle, I have a review for you of M&M's Almond. This is actually one of the last core SKUs of M&M's for me to have a look at, and I'm excited. The reason I haven't reviewed this until now is because it's so hard to find M&M's Almond in a regular bag. I guess I don't usually go out of my way to buy the big bags of candy just because I would eat too much of it, I guess. But M&M's Almond is just one of those ones that's kind of tricky to find in like a regular size. This is a sharing size actually, so it's technically it's two servings. You do see M&M's Almonds sometimes, but it's not. It's certainly not as common as plain or peanut or even peanut butter, So, or some of this, there's always, some specialty flavor floating around. But M&M's Almond, it's exciting. I'm not going to go too deep into here. It's an M&M. You guys know what that is. If you don't, I will put some links at the end of this video, and maybe I'll add them into the description below as well of some of my other M&M reviews. And I also I went through some of the advertising history of M&Ms over on a blog, the blog. Yes, there is a blog. If you didn't know, if you're new to the channel, but I don't keep up on the blog very much. So frankly, it's not always that up to date. Really, the main thing is the channel here. But I did do some posts of maybe a year and a half ago. Around the history of M&M. So if you're more interested in more about that, I definitely go into that in more depth there, as well as in some of my previous M&M review videos. But M&M's Almond quickly did come out in 1992. I think there was 1990 they were released as limited edition. In 1992 they became permanent. Little Blue is right here as the mascot for M&M's Almond. Of course, that wasn't originally the case. Blue wasn't an M&M color until, what was it? It was either late 94 or 95. After there was actually a write-in or a call-in ad campaign where people chose the new color of M&M's, and they ended up choosing blue. So when M&M's Almond were released originally, they did have a little anthropomorphic M&M as its mascot, but it was green most of the time in most of the advertising. But in 1992 was actually a little bit, just a few years before they really started establishing the M&M characters, like red being the smart one, yellow being the kind of silly, inept one, and then orange being the nervous one. And when Blue started, he was always the cool one. And I guess he's still kind of a cool guy, but it's not the same, not the same anymore. Sorry, let me get this open here. There we go. M&M's is, of course, a Mars product, as we all know. Almonds are whole almonds in here. I assume they're whole roasted almonds, right? Yeah. Here it is, freshly made with freshly roasted almonds. Right there, it says on the packaging. You have this classic tan color. Actually, originally they had more of a white. It was like more white, but there you go. M&M's Almond. They are, as expected, almond shaped. And let's see. There's the M. They do have the M on them. The M printed on them in classic M&M style. But there you go. Almond with a, chocolate and candy coating. Let's give her a shot. A classic. Does it seem weird to you guys that they released M&M peanut butter before releasing M&M Almond? Peanut butter launched in 88. So this is it was a little late to the party. Seems odd to me because, almonds are such a natural fit for a lot of candy. If you're going nuts with your candy bars or chocolate, it's peanuts number one. Okay, unless you count hazelnuts, but, especially in 1990, who counted hazelnuts? they were exotic and crazy expensive. So it was either peanuts, and then second choice would be almonds, right? You would think. You'd think people would be getting to almonds quicker. As I look inside clearly, chocolate, candy coating shell, almond in the middle. It's not rocket science, guys. It's just an almond inside an M&M. But it is good. Something about the way M&Ms do that level of chocolate, the candy coating. I'll say, for each individual piece, I prefer the peanut. I think that the ratio of the size of an almond, because it's so much bigger than the size of a peanut, I think that the ratio is a little off. I think I prefer the ratio of chocolate to peanut to, with candy, to the ratio of chocolate to almond. But there's nothing to do about that. I mean, this is the size of almonds, so I guess you could do a half almond, but that would be kind of weak, right? Probably more difficult also to, you'd have to have all the almonds. That's crazy talk. What I want to see is one of those other nuts, like M&M's cashew, M&M's pistachio. Pistachios, oh man, wouldn't that be great? Both of those nuts, probably too soft to be used effectively, but I don't know. Although cashews are kind of expensive, when they're roasted, they get a little hard, right? They get a little tougher. I don't know. I think that would be a good experiment to try. Yeah. Anyway, back to M&M's almonds. I think they're really, really solid. I don't think you're going to go wrong getting them. If you like almonds, especially almond candies, almond in your chocolate bars, which, come on, let's face it, who doesn't? Then M&M's almond is definitely one to try. I don't think it's going to be your favorite. My favorite is still probably, of the regular SKUs, probably M&M's peanut butter. But, to each his own. I know that there are people out there who like M&M's almonds, certainly. I don't think I know anyone who thinks it's their favorite. But I'm not going to pass them up, if I'm at a party and someone's got some in a bowl or something. It's definitely worth trying them, that's for sure. So Walking the Candy Aisle is going to rate M&M's almond. I'm going to rate them a very, very strong 4 out of 5. Just for more of a personal preference that they don't quite make a 5. And you have to take it in context. Some of the other M&Ms I think are just stronger. Nothing against this candy, but as a comparative, it's not quite as there with as the other ones. But respect, right? Definitely respect. So that's what I think. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this video if you want to see more. We've got more reviews always coming out. And click the links that you see on the screen now or in the description below for more M&M's videos and other, candy videos in general. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I will talk to you next time. So long.